Alright, we'll continue. I think I've discovered a problem and why we're getting hit so hard. We've got this armor training, which increases armor value by 10, which is basically a reduction of damage by 10, and armor hardiness by 49%. Now, armor hardiness is essentially a percentage of the damage, physical damage inflicted on you, or either physical or ranged, inflicted on you, and that's the maximum that you can actually reduce it to. So you reduce the damage anywhere between the armor hardiness percentage and the maximum value can always only be the armor value of 10. So it's somewhere between the 49% of the damage to 10 essentially. And the problem is, when we've got and we did have the troll hiding equipped, this was 0. I just noticed it now, because I've just noticed it only applies to heavy mail or plate armor. So even though I really like this troll hide because of the life and the life regeneration and the healing mod, we can't really use it effectively. So it's better to reduce the damage than get an extra 4 life per turn, because we can reduce the damage by possibly 10 every turn. So I don't think it actually works as well as I want it to. So I'm probably better wearing something else. So I'll probably wear this rejuvenating iron mail armor, which is the closest I can get, because it gets the life regen is slightly better. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so now we can see. Now our armor hardiness was 30%, now it's 79%, so almost 80% of damage can be reduced by up to a maximum of 32, so it's much better. So I think I'm going to keep it like that. Our saves are pretty good actually now. 43 physical, 25 spell, 31 mind, so I'm quite happy with that. So let's do the golem graveyard. It's not going to be that difficult. We don't have lightning resist now. We've got 10 resist to everything, so we still have 10 for lightning at the very least, I believe. Unless if you don't have lightning at all, that plus 10% doesn't actually give it to you. All damage you receive is decreased by this percentage, and this stacks up to the rest. So 20% resistance, all plus 50% resistance. Fire is 60%, so it's 20 on the top of the 50. That's how it stacks, but you still get 10% to what you don't have, so it's alright. So we can kill some golems here. Now this place is, I think, used at the end of the game as well. You gotta come back here and something happens, but we can sort of just kill some golems, get some XP. Okay, not too afraid. I don't think anything here is too terrible. And they're lower level than us anyways, so alright, that was pretty quick. There's nothing interesting, so alright, let's see if we can find the other dungeon. I don't want to encounter these patrol. Let's yes. So we cover this area. So let's go here. This is the Dreadfall, that's where the Master is, the boss of the first part of the game, and we're not going to go there just yet. We'll go to the Elven Ruins. Minimum level 33, quite dangerous, but we're running out of places to go. The only other place is the Halfling Ruins, which I'm going to try and find, because I think they're slightly less dangerous. But I don't really know where they are. I'm not sure all places necessarily spawn as well. Ah, there's a place here. No. So let's go to the Elven Ruins. We'll get some experience, but at the first sign of trouble, we'll bugger out. And then we'll go to Daikara. So I just want to increase one more level, and then we'll go to Daikara. Alright, so this is interesting because we've got telepathy orcs from the item that we've received before. There it is, humanoid orc. We can see these skeletons because they're humanoid essentially, I believe, and we can see the... we probably see the skeleton because he's here, but we can see the orc blood mage here because of telepathy. So it's kind of useful. But brain lock them. Put a shield on. So these guys are level 31, so they're definitely much higher. They got scaled down from 33 to 31, but they can still be problematic. That said, they will give us a lot of experience. Yeah, we get about 1 point of experience per one of these guys, so yeah, if we kill about 20 of them, we should be fine. Okay, somebody put a curse of vulnerability on us, reducing our resists. It's probably this orc blood mage. So we're gonna execute him. Then we're gonna back out. So I'm gonna be very careful here, because I'm severely underleveled. Any unique here can wreck me completely. This is mummy wrappings. This is very dangerous. It crit like there's no tomorrow. Lots of resistances. It's got negative resistance to fire, so we can actually do extra damage with fire, but it's got some pretty nasty abilities from memory. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rush him, stun him, and he died. So, and they leave mummy wrappings behind, which is probably the only, I think, armor that mummies can actually use. Okay, the snow giant used the luminescence on us, but we resisted the blind. So that's because I think, if you recall, we actually have blind immunity from one of our items, 100%. So these things don't blind us anymore, so we don't really care too much about them. Oh, I used Death Dance by mistake. I meant to use a Fearless Cleave, but mistakes like these can cost your life. I'm gonna have to do Fearless Cleave this time. Binding of Eternal Lights. Nightmare Limbo before death. Okay, interesting item. It's probably a mummy only item. Yes. Maybe we can still wear it. We can still wear it, even though it says armor / mummy. It's a tier 3 item. Poison and disease immunity, which we don't really care about. But the armor is quite high. There's no fatigue, which is massive for this armor. We're not gonna get the extra 30 blight resistance, 30 darkness resistance. This is a really good item. The wearer is treated as an undead. The problem is if you wear it and you go out to town, you're gonna get attacked. But what I really want to check is, I'm not gonna use it just yet. Actually, let's try it out. And yeah, that reduces our armor hardiness because our talent doesn't get activated on that one because it's not heavy mail. So it'll be a great thing for mummies, but it's a terrible thing for us. So I'm gonna ditch it. I'm gonna put back our rejuvenating armor here. But it's a cool item drop. If you put it in the chest and later on, if you put it in the vault back in your fortress and later on you play a mummy, it'll be awesome. It's almost like Christmas. We're getting nice loot that we can't actually use. Oh well. Okay, we're pretty close to leveling up. Wow, this is nice. Dwarven Steel Great Maul of Projection. We had a similar thing at the start of the game where you can basically project a melee attack dealing 150% mind damage that is considered a ranged damage, but it's still mind. This one is, unfortunately, it's going to kill our defense, minus 13 defense, so we're not going to be able to sort of use it. But we'll see how we go. Alright, let's kill some mummies. Let's enjoy. Alright, we're not enjoying anymore. I'm gonna remove the stun. I'm gonna put a shield on. Death Dance. Put some regen. Execute. Let the cooldowns come back. Alright. And get some loot. A Duthalarian, a medium demon. He is Blood Grabs, Darkness. He doesn't have a lot of abilities, so we can probably rush him. And he used Darkness, so he's invisible now, which is annoying. Now we had that weapon that allows us to hit Spectral Blade, allows us to hit targets even though they're invisible. So we're going to put it in our offset. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's better doing some damage than none. So, but we still can't see him, which is a bit of a problem. So I'm gonna pop in the shield. Is he coming to kill us? If he's not coming to kill us, I'm switching back to the main set. We'll switch back if he attacks us from the darkness. Okay, that's the second level. Okay, let's do some auto-explore. Alright, nothing. We're very close to level, so I'm gonna go down. Heroism, wow. That is good. It's an infusion, increases 3 of your primary stats by 15 for 10 turns, and while it's active you only die when you reach 626 life. So essentially you will use it, and it scales with strength. You basically use it, it's 10 turns, so you'll use it when you're actually quite close to dying, which is a risk in its own self, but I think it's a very good one. I don't think I need that, to be honest. That doesn't seem good either. That's very low power, 48, and it's disrupting. A plate of cold resistance is not useful because it's gonna kill our life regeneration even more so. So I'm just gonna chuck it all to the trash bin of history. Another one of these blood mage. I'm gonna rush him, stun him. What's this? Uh-oh. A cultist. He's in blue, so he looks friendly actually. Let's just ignore him for a second. Put the shield, confuse, stun, death dance, regen. Okay, I guess we have to go there. There's a couple of these cultists. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen this before. This might be an alternate dungeon. Alright. Don't want to deal with cultists, but they seem friendly. They're shallow. We're here just for the XP, so I'm not gonna muck around too much. And we're at 92%, so this guy could be dangerous. He does 185% crit, and he's got the damage shield on, death blow, disarm, so he can disarm us. Explosion traps, that's not a problem. Stunning blow, he can stun us. Shadow strike. Okay, he doesn't have super spells, so I'm still gonna see if I can put something on cooldown here. So I'm gonna annul him. Got rid of his disarming stuff, so that's pretty good. Let's see if we can stun him. We did. He's still stunned. He confused us. Let's get rid of that. He's still stunned, and he's dead. Because we probably critted him. 187 damage. Okay, no, he's not. He just backed out. He's over there. I can sort of rush him, but it could be dangerous. Alright, cool. Let's execute. He's dead. Alright, 95%. We're almost there. It just requires a little bit more careful planning, because I really don't want to die. So, like I said, this dungeon is not a requirement, it's just a bonus dungeon, and we can go back to it later. So he turned invisible there before, but we spotted him. But he's still invisible, so it just allows you to see where he is, but you still get the penalty of 2/3 chance of missing. Okay. We're very close, 98%. There's nothing risky. We might even clear that dungeon, but I don't want to take too many chances. I don't think there's more than 2 floors anyways. Alright, now that's a problem. He's invisible, so we're gonna switch to our secondary set. So we basically do the same amount of damage as long as we can spot him, so that's it. He's dead. So now we can switch to our other set. Okay. Yeah, items that allows you to attack unseen enemies without penalties. It's still a risk because you don't really know where they are, but if you actually hit, there's no problem, it's still a hit. Because invisible enemies can wreck you, so it's always good to have one of these items. So that was a pretty cool drop. Okay. We leveled up. We'll see if we can clear it, we still got some time, but let's level up. Okay, 3 stat points. What's our defense like? Our defense is 23, so we need two defense points per 1 defense increasing. So I can just increase the strength. Okay. I might just increase the strength for extra physical power. Although we get the same problem with physical power. Physical power is already at 65. So that's 1 to 20, 21 to 40, 41 to 60. That's tier 3. So we need 3 points per 3 points of physical power to increase physical power by 1. So it's really not, it's much more effective to increase accuracy now. But here every point increases physical power. So 3 of these will increase it by 1. 3 of these will increase it by half. But it does increase our accuracy as well. And shrugs of critical chance. So I think I'm going to increase this for now. Alternatively, we can start putting points in Constitution. If we get to 50, we can grab thick skin. So I might do that. Put some con. I'm thinking about it. Now I'll put some accuracy. And then generic points, that's not going to be too difficult. We can increase our accuracy now by 11 more, which is useful. Or we can buff up our saves even more, so this will buff them up by 7. Sorry, up to 17, 24. So up to currently, it's currently 17, it'll become 21. So that's going to buff up all our saves by 4. So we can put points in it later when we've got even more gold. Because at the moment it's not that worth it. Alternatively, we can put point in armor training. Increase our armor by more, because that doesn't scale. And the hardiness will increase. So if we get hardiness to 100%, it's quite nice. But I think our accuracy, what's our accuracy? It is 49. So we're looking, it's already tier 3 as well, so our accuracy is actually quite good. Not many people have 49 defense, which is the 50% hit rate, so probably don't need accuracy just yet. We can increase this one, then we can recover from confusion. Once every turn, we have a 39% chance to recover from confusion. So something tells me that that's actually what I want. So we'll do that, and we'll probably keep it at level 3, because pins, slows and wounds aren't that super important. Here for class point, I definitely want to either grab Mortal Terror, so melee strikes now that do more than 29 damage. But the important thing is that the critical strike chance increases by 3%. Or we can get Bloodbath, which is after scoring a critical hit, your max hit points increase. So I'm really tempted to actually just grab a Bloodbath or grab Mortal Terror. Probably Mortal Terror, because it can daze creatures just by hitting them hard. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we got launched into the Fearscape. We got some pretty good fire resistance, so I'm not too fast over that. But that demon is problematic, to say the least. So I'm gonna pop in a shield. I'm gonna rush him. I'm gonna try and stun him, which I did. We have suffering. Target has recently suffered. Okay. So burning. So we don't take a lot of damage, so that's fine. He just healed himself. How did he do that? A lava floor. Okay, that's because he's got... The lava floor heals him. He's got something that lets fire heal him. Is that correct? Does he have fire affinity? That's what I want to see. Flame of Uruk. The flames of the Fearscape will heal you while in demon form. The resistances and heal will increase. it's a sustained, so he will keep healing in here. That is not good at all. What I'm gonna do is that is terrible. I'm gonna see, is he still stunned? He's still stunned. I'm gonna turn on the Rod of Recall if it allows me, which it doesn't, because we're locked in this Sphere Escape, so we could actually die here if I'm not super careful. And even if I'm careful, it might not help. I'm gonna... I'll attack him again. He heals for 63. He will keep healing every turn. And it's a sustain, there's nothing we can do about it. So the only thing I can do is I'm going to reduce damage here. I'm going to see if I can annul this ability. We have... Did that succeed? Oh, he's got Infusion Heroism as well. That's just terrible. I'm gonna teleport, which doesn't work here either. Gosh. We are not in a good position at all. And this is probably our death. Let's see if we can blink away. We can't. That's it. Yeah, that was dangerous. Usually we can deal with the Sphere Escape, but if he gets healed every time, it's not gonna help. So when we see this creature next time, thank you, I will not survive, send me back somewhere else. We should have just left there as soon as we leveled up. What a ride. We now have 1 from the Blood of Life, 2, 3 lives left. Okay. No more Ancient Elven Ruins. Off to Daikara. Oh. We can do we can go to the Alchemist, get Stone Skin. Stone Skin will get rid of some of the other potions that the other guys are making, but we're never gonna get an Elixir of Focus from Agrimeli, so it doesn't really matter, so I might as well do that. Might as well get something for my trouble. So we'll go to New Hope, which is here, and yeah, come to think about this death, there's nothing. The only thing I could have done is the first time I saw him, if I actually saw he had Flame of Ungul, which heals him at the Sphere Escape, and if I saw that he had a Sphere Escape ability to get us to the Sphere Escape plane, I should have just gotten out of there right there and then, because I'd be like, there's no freaking way I can deal with him. The only way, if you can't kill them in the Sphere Escape, is if they lose whatever resource they use for that. I think they either use, just like we've got health and stamina and magic users have mana, there's other types of resources like hate, avim, paradox. For the different classes, every class will have its own resource. Whatever resource they use to get you to the Sphere Escape, while they're in the Sphere Escape, if they run out of it, they basically get launched back with you into the normal plane. But who knows how much he would have had with that. I don't think there was any chance. Once we were in the Sphere Escape, we were dead. There was nothing that we could have done. But that's just hindsight. I'm probably gonna... This is a pretty good cloak actually, because plus 8 spell save, plus 5 mental save effectively. Problem is our current one is quite nice with the blink, so I'm gonna put it on hold. This one I'm gonna sell for sure. Oh, there was a controlled phase rune there. Maybe I should have gotten that. Too late. we'll finish this video by going to the alchemist, who's right over here. Oh, the store is closed. Sorry, the alchemist is here, and he will give us stone skin. Now we can ask him for a third potion, and no matter where we get that third potion from, everybody's gonna shut shop. Elixir of Brawn, actually I don't really care about it, so I'm not even gonna bother getting it from him. I mean, we might as well ask for it, but yeah. Yeah. I really want that Elixir of Mastery, because that actually gives us 2 more, I believe, skill points. But for Reach Stinger, that's gonna take a while, so... Alright, to Daikara it is. We'll need a lot of lightning resistance for Daikara, but it's okay. Before I step into there, I think that's enough for this video, and I'll see you next time. And I'd like to say we're still alive, but I don't know how much faith I've got in this character, but we will persist. At least if we can get to the Far East with 3 lives, that's gonna be good. Alright, catch you guys later.